All right, morning everybody. Welcome to another round of Coffee and Questions. What's today's topic? Let's talk about the U.S. General 30-inch 4-drawer blue tech cart. Now, there's some pros and cons about this. We'll go through them, but overall, there's lots of workarounds and lots of quick fixes, and we'll talk about them rapidly. But this is a fairly good price, $139.99. This is one of the lower end prices I've seen, for this cart in quite a while. I'm not sure if I've seen it lower, but this is a good price at $139. And so you got them available out at Harbor Freight. The first thing we'll talk about is it does not come with that shelf that you see in the picture. You'll have to buy that additionally. Also, the paper towel holder, the can holder, or the one that holds, the cans, the wrenches and stuff like that, the magnetic ones. I think they run around $12. So those are all additional items, but this is a good cart for the money, to make a long story short, but we'll talk about the quirks. Let's start off with the casters. One of the big complaints is 2 of them are fixed and 2 of them, have the locking mechanism you see here in the picture on the bottom right here. And people say, well, it's kind of a pain when you go to pull it around because of those, those fixed casters there in the front. Well, the easy fix to that is to get yourself a couple more while you're out there, swivel casters, if it bothers you. Said, well, it should have come with it. Well, look, for the price, it is what it is. And it's a very usable and doable little service cart to have, in your garage or shop. But casters are very easy to replace with swivel ones of the same size, and they do have them available right there in the store. The next question is how long does the sale go on for? It goes on until 3/31, so the end of March. So, that's pretty good. They call it a liquidation sale or whatever was in the flyer. And I don't think it's so much a liquidation sale, but it's on sale, all the way till the end, March, like I said. Okay, so one of the other complaints is somebody said theirs, came dented and they had to take it back. Well, that's all right. Harbor Freight will exchange it if it comes dented. This is a hard one to take apart in the parking lot, if it comes in all boxed up. But you can check it, if you can, or check it as soon as possible. And the other complaint is, hey, it's made out of a pretty thin, sheet metal, and the drawer slides aren't the best in the world. Yeah, I understand, and you're right, but they're very doable, and it works fine. We have one, out in the club that I belong to, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong, about those comments, but this is a light-duty kind of a service cart, I guess you could say. So no, it's not made out of thick sheet metal, but I think it's fine. Second thing is some of the screws strip easy and some of the bolt holes don't line up. Yeah, we had that problem. I know you shouldn't have to, but it was a quick fix with a drill bit. We just went right through, where it began not to line up, and so we slipped a bolt through there. That comes in the package that we had, and it worked fine. So I know you shouldn't have to do that. The quality control should be better, but this is a very simple fix, just with a cordless drill to go boom, boom. Drop the bolt in. It's done. We only had to do it in 2 different areas, I think with 3 different, holes, and then it came together totally fine. We put the drawers in last, okay? And then people said there were alignment issues when they put it together. Well, the instructions are really poor. I'll give you that. They are poor. A lot of people don't even use the instructions, okay? So it's like saying, okay, if you're going to put this together by looking at the picture, just make sure, I think you should put the drawers in last. It makes, getting everything in there, nice and aligned a little bit easier on you, especially if you're doing this by yourself. Several complaints in here that it was missing the hardware in the package. We'll just tell them. They'll give you the hardware. If there's anything missing that you want to, that's just 1 or 2 things, you might have it in your own home shop. But yeah, I get it. There's a lot of complaints about, the nuts and bolts missing from, the package. What about parts availability? I don't think you're going to have good luck with parts availability, but hopefully you don't need any parts. Open this up, make sure that everything's there. But with a lot of things from Harbor Freight, there's not much in the way of parts availability if you run into an issue later on. Now, I have a video. I'll try to remember to drop in the description below, but if not, go to my playlist. And it's under modification of these service carts. And it's like a slideshow of ideas that I pulled from a lot of other people that show you, how you can modify this cart in a lot of different ways. And it's not expensive. You can get, a lot of the angle iron and stuff like that from a local steel supplier. and it shows you how to weld and how to do different things and attach it and all this. And then you can actually modify this into something more enhanced if you want to. So I would encourage you to take a look at that video if you want to buy the cart, but you wish it had additional space, room, or you could do other things with it. It might give you an idea on some other things that you can do. What do I think of the difference between this and, the next one up? I think you're asking me the next, service cart up from this. The next one up from this seems to be made a little bit sturdier. I can't tell you, we didn't buy that one. This is the one, that we ended up getting. And how do you put it together? Basic hand tools, very simple, just basic hand tools. And this thing goes together really fast. Just like I said, just when you do the drawers, take your time and they'll align fine. I mean, a lot of people had trouble with the alignment of the drawers and complaining of the instructions. But the way we did it was, like I said, we put it together, then the drawers. What do I think of the colors? Well, you have a color selection now. I think a while back in the past, I don't think you did. I think it just came like in red or something. Let me show you a couple other pictures. We'll wrap this up. Okay, this page just gives you some of the specs and shows you all the different colors. So, I mean, you can hit the pause key. I won't beat this into the ground here, but you do have a nice selection of colors. The paint job on it is totally adequate. You can get shelf liner while you're out there for the bottom, the top. You can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, get yourself some plywood, like for the bottom, and cut it and drop it in there. There's lots of different things that you can do for the liners on this, but or no liner at all. That's up to you. Okay, so looking at this picture, you've got 4.7 out of 5 stars. Pretty damn good. Now, this has got 1,102 reviews, and then you'll see over here the percentages, 3, 4, and 5 star. Enormous amounts of people that are satisfied with this cart after buying it. And so what were the biggest complaints? Well, they were the ones that we went through. I didn't do every single little complaint that people had because some of them truthfully are nonsense, but I went through the important ones and they're very easy workaround. So it's a cart that is well worth considering. I mean, if you decide somewhere down the line that this is a cart that would fit for you at $139, this is not a bad price right now. So it's worth considering. So I'm the Home Handyman. I hope you click subscribe. I hope you keep following me. If you know something better, drop it in the comment below. If you want the one up from this while you're out there, I mean, take a look at it. Yeah, it is a little bit sturdier. But like I said, for the price and just for the weekend warrior DIY kind of stuff like that I do, I mean, this works great. And we also got one out at the club, and, it's easy to pull around. It's your choice. You folks have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.